Trying to decide when to sell the family home during divorce? Before things are finalized or after the paperwork is signed? The answer depends on more than just timing. It's about emotions, finances, and finding the path of least resistance. Let's start with what it looks like to sell the home before your divorce is legally finalized. Selling early means you can divide the equity upfront. It often makes equalization simpler because you're working with cash, not estimates. No more splitting mortgage payments, taxes, insurance, or repairs. Everyone can move on financially. No one's arguing over who stays, who buys out whom, or how to divide the house later. It's done. Personally, this was a big one for me. I chose to sell early, so my son never felt like either parent left the home. We all moved forward together. In a fast-moving market like the GTA, timing can be everything. Selling before finalization gives you flexibility to act when prices are strong. Selling the family home too soon can feel jarring, especially when it's packed with memories. Preparing for showings, packing, and negotiating offers while dealing with the emotional weight of separation, it's a lot. You might need to find short-term housing before everything is settled. If you're pressed for time, you might accept a lower offer just to get it over with. Now, let's look at waiting to sell after the divorce is finalized. The separation agreement outlines who owes what, making things a bit more predictable. With time, both you and your former spouse may be more prepared for the emotional transition of selling. You can wait for a better market, especially if conditions weren't ideal at the time of separation. One partner might buy the other out, which can help keep kids stable, though it does come with its own risks. You're still splitting the mortgage, taxes, and utilities. This can lead to conflict and get expensive fast. Staying connected to the home can delay emotional healing for everyone involved. Who gets to stay in the house while you finalize things? This can lead to friction. The market isn't always on your side. In Toronto, we've seen 20% dips in some segments in just months. Waiting could mean walking away with less. Both options come with trade-offs, but in many cases, selling before the divorce is finalized can be the more practical choice, especially when you want to minimize conflict, you need to simplify finances, you just want to start fresh and move forward. Selling first lets you untangle the biggest shared asset early, while I help make sure the process is fair, documented, and focused on your future. That said, I always work alongside your legal team to time the sale in a way that serves your goals, not just the market. So what happens to the money from a sale? If your separation agreement is already finalized, proceeds are usually divided as agreed upon. If equalization hasn't been calculated yet, a portion of the proceeds may be held in trust by your real estate lawyer or one of your family lawyers until everything is settled. Sometimes a portion can be released early, especially if you need it for a down payment, rent, or legal fees. This is where having a lawyer and a realtor who communicate makes a big difference. Before making any decision, ask yourself, Do we need to sell right now to relieve financial pressure? Are the kids ready for a move, or would waiting help them adjust? Do we agree on the sale, or is this likely to create more conflict? How tenable is the current situation? The answer doesn't have to be obvious right away, and it may not be the same for every family, but having the right support can turn a difficult process into a more manageable one. If you're navigating this situation, here's what I recommend. Speak with a family lawyer, preferably someone familiar with property division in Ontario. Document everything: text messages, agreements, even casual emails. It could protect you later. Avoid litigation if possible. Going to court is costly, slow, and often more emotionally damaging. Work with a divorce-focused realtor, someone neutral, experienced, and attuned to both sides' needs. That's where I come in. I act as a neutral guide, helping both parties feel heard while staying laser-focused on timelines, fairness, and getting the deal done right. Whether you sell before or after the divorce is finalized, the key is to make thoughtful decisions, not rushed ones. You don't have to figure this all out on your own. If you're navigating separation and need trusted, neutral real estate guidance, I'm here to help. Let's make this easier together. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to get to know you.